Justine. Okay.
The gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the dunes. The sand is in my veins.
Prime sub. Appreciate it.
Come
Ben.
ride a camel with me today.
Dang it. Friends. Git push. Dot update. All right. I wonder what launches that show when I reload. What up, Zuyash? I'm doing well. How are you? All right. T-Lux. Yeah, we can. Wait, what? I have no sessions? Did Sessionizer not run? There we go. What up, Olavo? All right, where are we at on this thing? It's looking decent. It's not quite what I want. Actually, I think we're gonna work on something a little different this morning. I think I want to work on rebuilding my Twitch. My Twitch stuff. What's going on with this terminal? What is this? Did somebody request this, or is this just left over in the queue from yesterday? There it is. There it is. Every once in a while, a framework comes. A Next.js killer, like some days ago, Remix came, but this time Tanstack. I think Remix has some interesting ideas, but I don't think they're gonna get traction. I think Tanstack has a good shot at becoming the ubiquitous framework over time, but we'll see. This is so funny. Goddamn right, brother. This MacBook is a couple years old now. It's an M1 Max with 64 gigs of RAM from 2021. Yeah, no, I need to do that then. Okay, so let's oh yeah, I wanted to change the stream title because I'm actually going to work on something slightly different. Migrating my Twitch integrations to cloudflare. Yeah, dude, I saw your tweet. It's it goes from being like the weirdest looking part of effect to the part that like is like my favorite. Honors, what the hell is this? What's the swap session order tmux swap session s source target? So it should be able to go swap. Is there a swap session? Swap session is not command. Whatever. New dash s, and we'll say Cloudflare Twitch. All right, this song is ridiculous. What is sesh? I have not, but I use tmux sessions. Oh, is this tmux? Ah, it is tmux. I already have Zoxide installed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. All right, we're going to rm dash. I think I started doing some of this, but we're just gonna start completely fresh here. CF Twitch star. And we're going to change directory into CF Twitch. Did I just make that? Alright, major CF Twitch. If I could spell. And we'll do a Wrangler init in here. And we're gonna say, yeah, we'll just do a hello world. I just want a worker. TypeScript. Yes. No. All right, let's vim in here, get a terminal open. We can update our lazy plugins. Oh man, I'm tired, chat. Why are these taking so long to update? Whatever. All right, we are going to need to install. Let's start with Hono. So let's probably actually should have just started with the Hono app. Yeah, let's do that instead. Twitch remove dash rf dot slash star. This command always makes me nervous. All right, and let's go grab Hono. And we'll grab that. Cloudflare workers, directories, yes. Wait, what's in this directory? ls-la. Why did it put a VS Code directory in here? Bun. Okay, so let's, the first thing we need to do is, we'll go in here, get this great. We'll put this in here and we'll say bindings. Do that. Now we should have c dot, yeah, m dot great. And if we run this in dev, bun dev, we should be able to hit this and just get hello Hono. Great, working. We need a endpoint for, where is this? Stream layout. And I want to go to, we need to go to Twitch. You know what? What am I gonna need to do here? I'm gonna need to get a new application token on Twitch. This is gonna be really annoying, actually. We're gonna have to do OAuth. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying. I think I can do it through the Twitch command line. Sup, Dylan Mulroy. Switch OAuth token generator. Yeah. You need to first register to obtain client ID and redirect row. I think I have this already. Old, and we'll go to Z Twitch effect. Yeah, in here. I don't think I updated this. Do I have a script to grab? I think we can crib some of this, but I'm gonna have to grab yeah, look at that. That's what we want right there. Nice. What do I want? How do I never remember how to get these stupid freaking tokens. Let's just go to Twitch, dev, console. I'm gonna end up leaking something. I can already feel it. I can already feel it in my bones. Glitch testing. We don't need this anymore. How do I delete this? Okay, there we go. We can delete this one. And then we want this guy. Yeah, this looks like what we want. Client ID. So let's grab this. And I can go in here. And we'll go to here, .mvarc. And we'll go ahead and put what we want to call this, Twitch client secret. Client ID, not secret. Paste that there. Export. I've ascended. Oh, is the sun hitting me weird? Oh, the sun is. Oh, it's hitting the webcam just right. It'll fix itself in a minute. The fuck is this camera effect? I can try to. I just don't care. Okay. We can probably jump over here. Be down to there. Yoink that. Come back over here, and we'll do like a. We'll just do a Twitch permissions, Twitch scopes .txt, and we'll drop that in there for now. And I think I need to go over here. There's a chance I break my Twitch integrations. Pass to the token exchange endpoint to obtain a new token. Do we need that? What happened to Twitch OAuth generator? Client ID. Okay, seems fine. Some Linkin Park. All right, I'm gonna blur my screen. All right, so we've got an OAuth token. And then I think I need to exchange that OAuth token. Do I not have... Damn it. Damn it. All right, we're gonna copy that into our mbarc. Export Twitch OAuth token is going to equal that. Okay, and we need to go to the Helix docs. It's a good thing I didn't unblur because I would have just leaked. All right, Helix Twitch API docs. I wonder if Twerple, the Twerple client, has a token exchange. Auth. Auto refreshing tokens is what I want. Client secret. Client ID on refresh. Getting the initial token. All right, there's an exchange code script here. All right, I need to get my client secret. I'm gonna have to blur again. All right, we can do this quick. Change to equals. This is gonna be secret. Save that. Jump over to Twitch. We're gonna grab Twitch developers. Go back into here. New secret, yes. Grab that. Chat, let me know. Someone try requesting a song. I don't know. That might have just broke my, or might have invalidated my old secret. All right, we want to install Twerple auth to start. Let's grab that. Let's write some scripts to help make this a little bit easier. Let's come in here, bun, add twerple auth. RIP Chromium. Let's make a dir called scripts. We might have to edit our TS config for that. Okay, we don't target anything here. I want better. Those are shitty rules. Doesn't map pocock have a pocock TS config default? We're just gonna take the bun TS config. So I'm gonna do make dir. Well, actually, we just made that. So let's go into scripts quick. We'll do a bun init, and we're just gonna snag buns TS config, and we'll do a cat TS config, and we'll cat that to our keyboard or our clipboard. Kill that. Come up here. Paste that in here. Delete that. Jump down there. Delete those two. Yoink these. And we're going to throw those here. And then we'll delete that. And now we can go through and delete the doubles. Everything that's doubled we can skip.
Functions describe the world.
Delete to there. Actually, let's fix this here. And then we can delete basically all of this. Delete that. And we'll just move this down under here. And now we basically have the same thing, but great. No unused locals. No property access from function index signature. I actually don't care about these. We'll just let those go. All right.
Hey, a warning.
What?
A warning.
What?
The Roomba is on its way back in.
Can you just put it on the dock?
Well, it's fine. It's gonna go on the dock. I'm just saying it will suck all the stuff out, and it's gonna be loud.
Oh, okay.
That's my warning. It's stuck on ship.
Let's go in here. Do we add a input? No. All right, so we want to go to scripts, and we can delete all this stuff. And we're going to end up making exchange, or what do we want to call it? Get Twitch
It's not very smart.
access token.ts. And we can basically grab that exact code snippet that we were looking at here. Request that query code. Oh wait, what? like a pre-shared key. Yeah, I just want, so I have a OAuth token. Or I have an OAuth code. I got it from the implicit flow. Am I dumb right now? Good chance I am. Concepts. Where's authentication? All right, so I think I need an app access token. Oh, so I need to do an OAuth client credentials flow because I need a app access token. For server-to-server API requests, I use an app token. To get an access token, send a post request to this client ID, grant type, client credentials, and I get this back. Okay, that's easy enough. Let's grab that. Actually, I wonder if I can grab a, there's got to be like a Twitch Helix open API spec. Do they have... Yeah, no, it was mine. I just want the reference. Is this feels like it's an open API spec. Can I grab this? No. Of course not. That would be too convenient.
Hey, in or out? I think they're hiding in here with you.
Okay.
Or at least.
Will you just like close the door a little bit? How old is this? Last year. Do whatever the fuck you want license? Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Do you think this is right? All right, let's go for it. We're gonna do new workspace, and we're just gonna call this Twitch. Like, we can just add it in here, right? Like, who cares? That's it's probably a better idea. We want this. So this is get access token. We come over here and let's go ahead and say we want a new HTTP request, and it's going to be get access token. Drop that in there. We'll relaunch Yak, that's fine. Pay for my penis emotion. Wow. Yeah, I saw that Zig moved from GitHub to Codeberg. I had never heard of Codeberg this morning. I think that's an interesting move. I don't really know how I feel about it, but whatever. We should make a new environment, cloudflare. Okay. And we want to, some of this is going to be, All right, what do the headers and stuff need to be? We are going to client credentials flow. We need parameters. So let's come in here and say a param is going to be client ID. And the value will be, Twitch client ID. And we need client secret. And we're going to have to update the client secret because that is no longer true. Let's go grab our client secret, which is in nvarc. Yoink. Gonna blur because I don't know Yak well enough yet to trust that. Twitch client secret, all caps. Twitch client secret. And we're going to throw that in there. Great. And that'll be Twitch client secret. And then we can unblur now. Yeah, they really hated AI bullshit, terrible PRs, and GitHub Actions being cringe. Yeah, GitHub Actions is garbage. Oh, that is annoying. Yo, just tag Jared Palmer. And grant type. Type is going to be client credentials. All right, I'm going to blur this because that's going to give me a access token. Do app tokens need refreshed? So it clearly expires. What models do I have access to now? Claude, these are all pro. I'm not paying to upgrade. 5 mini, 5 nano. 4.5 haiku reasoning. I can have that. I'll take that. Do Twitch Helix app access tokens get refresh tokens, or how does that work? I think GitHub UI is a bit nicer than GitLab. If I was to move to another host, I'd probably self-host Forjo. App access tokens cannot be refreshed. This is a key difference from user access tokens. App access tokens are obtained using the OAuth client credentials flow and do not include refresh tokens. Only an access token with an expiration time. When an app access token expires, you must request a new one by going through the client credentials flow again using your client ID and secret. Oh, this is probably okay. Hold on. Hodl chat. I need to figure out, we need to be able to subscribe to the callback event. Hold on. Gotta check a couple things here. It doesn't help that torples are really confusing. Auto refreshing tokens. Add user for token. Do we think this works here. Like, I'm a little bit confused. Let's go to our script and actually paste that one in. We can do process.env, and it's going to be Twitch client ID. And we can go here, yoink to the end, go here. Whoops. Paste that, and this is going to be, change that. That'll be secret. We can get rid of that. We can exclamation point bang that. And then we can, I lost the code that was here a second ago. 29, Jesus, did we delete it that long ago? Where was the, did I just not copy the code for writing? Auth provider dot. Let's copy that. Add user. And do this. And we're going to say, console.log. Oh, this is not even an error. I hate implicit returns. I almost never want implicit returns. Fired. Here. And we'll do like the user ID, which should be my user ID. And that's not going to do anything, I think, off the rip. Like, if we run that, I think it's just going to be dir and allow. Yeah, nothing's happening there, which I would assume that we don't get that file written. ls tokens didn't write, ls-la tokens or scripts. Yeah, because we have to do like the auth provider dot add user for token. Gets an OAuth token. What's this return? Promise string, the authorization code. See, like, all right, that is an access token. We're intentionally not using effect because I want to build everything with just plain async await primitives to help like just get a feel for everything, so I know the APIs better. So when I do go to wrap them with effect for effect platform, like I can make some better decisions on the APIs. And I also just like want to know, I need to get a better feel for what it's like using Cloudflare's primitives. So I'm, you know, get shit fixed. Initial token. All right, so we can do this. That fucking this song, Anders. We don't have a refresh token. That's going to be null. And it's going to be expires and is going to be null. Scope. We'll get take this, move that down in here. And we'll say const scopes equals this. Go into our scopes, grab those, paste them here, and we want to write a macro that is insert that, find the space, insert there, comma, go to the next word, end the macro at Q. Nice. Nice. All right, where did I... It feels like I didn't do something right here. Where's the syntax error? Right here. Scopes. It's not even unders. That's so funny. All right, what do we get back here? We get a promise, and it returns... const x equals await, and we're just going to if x does not equal undefined, we'll actually do a actually we'll do this, we'll do the naive way. Console log, no, we'll just log x. I have no idea, this is probably gonna, I have no idea what this is gonna log actually, chat, so I'm going to just blur. So we got a invalid token supplied. That's what I thought would happen. Auth provider, I want to get like get app access token. Token. Hold on, chat. I need to run this again and see if... Okay, I got an access token. I'm really curious if I can make a... I'm curious if I can make a refreshing provider or whatever with all right, I don't want to log that. I can clear my console. All right, we can unblur. There we go. Finally, some good music, chat. We want the refreshing auth provider, and that's what we did set up. Refreshing auth provider. So this seems like it might actually be okay. All right, we're gonna want to make a. We can just stick this in a KV, right? So we can come down here and we can be like Wrangler, KV namespace, and we'll say add Twitch. Yeah, we'll just say Twitch. That's fine. Namespace. Oh, of course. I need to add. Should add shell completions to Wrangler. I had a PR started for that. Maybe we have Claude do that in the background. Maybe we let Open Code Rock with it too. What is Open Llama doing? Let's have that see if we can figure this out. Workers SDK, and let's git pull. We're going to go in Claude, and we're going to change the model to Opus to, wait, hold up just a second. Why can't I get out of here? Claude upgrade. Nope. Claude update. Claude. / models. Shouldn't Opus 4.5 be in here? Successfully updated 2.05.
Speaks the gospel
Am
of
I
the
crazy?
camel. I
Where
speak
is
the gospel
Opus
of the
4.5
dunes.
at?
The sand is in my veins. Come ride a camel with me.
Oh, you're
today.
right. Which Claude? Fun bin Claude. Claude -- version. Ribs are going to start at about 11. So we want migrate installer. Claude migrate installer. Fun remove -g Claude. Run this. Which Claude? What? Why? Which Claude? That did not work at all. How is this working? What? I don't know. That's the right version, though. I don't understand what the hell just happened. Whatever. It's working. It doesn't matter. Put it in plan mode. Analyze how Wrangler CLI commands are created. Take a comprehensive inventory of all commands, subcommands, flags, and options. Then create a plan for adding a new command to add shell completions for bash, zeesh, and fish. Ultra think. All right, we'll come back to that in a little bit. Create namespace Twitch. Yes. We'll call it, we'll just call it KV. For local dev, do you want to connect to the remote resource instead of the local remote? Actually, yes, I would like to do that. Okay, so we have that now. Let's go into M. I want to run this with Wrangler unstable dev, I think. Wrangler unstable dev. Get proxies and values for emulating cloud starter server. We want get platform proxy. So we're gonna come in here and I want to do, we're just gonna make a script for set access token Twitch access token in kv.ts. Gonna come in here. We probably need to install Wrangler. It might already be installed since we used Hono. Yeah, we got Wrangler. Great. So let's go back and we can go to our new script and we can say const platform equals await get platform proxy get platform proxy. You can close that. Import get platform proxy. Shouldn't this come from Wrangler? And then we have this, which should have the env on it. And then we can say, did that write a should be able to run this. And now we should have that token. Tokens. And we want to ignore that for sure. Let's drop down to app and we'll say token.json should be get ignored for sure. And scripts, get this. Okay. And then back in here, we should be able to do like env dot. We'll assign that to platform, and we'll say const env is cloudflare dot env. We're gonna have to generate types here in a second. Let's say platform dot env. Change env. Can we do types? Did this set up a thing for us? Package JSON type gen. Types. Probably have to update the tsconfig unless it finds it. I don't know if it'll find it on its own. Let's see here. Scripts. Okay, that does seem like it worked fine. Does this have a generic parameter? It does. Nice. So we can say cloudflare dot env, and now we have that, and we can just destructure m from that. What else does this have? Context, caches, dispose. Sure. And we'll do m.kv.set. The hell was that? We need the token, so let's just get the token quick. We can import that. Import token from token.json. And that should do that. And we can do m.kv.set put, and we'll say Twitch. We'll namespace it Twitch auth token, and we'll say this will be token. What happens when you import a JSON file in Bun? Is it JSON / H string or a JS object? I can use as JSON to get a byte array. Automatically parsed by that. You can also use. We're just going to stringify this. JSON.stringify. And we can await that. And we'll see if this works. And we'll run bun scripts / set. Do we think it worked? Is it just... login. Storage and database, KV. I need to like delete like all of these. Okay, that's fine. All right, so this didn't work like I expected. Let's try running it with Node instead. npx tsx scripts / set. This isn't gonna have top level await, so let's say async function main, and we'll do that. We'll grab these, put those in there, and we can do like a fine, I'll do a try catch. Let's say let's see if this is even working. Console.log got env. And we'll say put value, put token, and then in here we'll say console.error, error. We'll just, yeah, we'll do this. /n string. And then we'll do main. We'll run that. We don't need that anymore. We'll do that. Got env. Put token. Okay, that seems reasonable, and the script just hangs. It's probably because we need to do like a, we can do this. What can we do here? We need to put this here, and we can get dispose, and then we'll do a finally, and this will just be dispose, and this should process exit, I think. There we go. So we should see a value in our KV now. KV pairs, Twitch auth token, great. It almost leaked it. That's fine. We'll just refresh it in a second. Okay, so that's working. All right, so we can do that. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that. That's fine. It's just a nice little convenient John. It's actually, yeah, this is fine. I need to look up how to set up Hono with this again, Hono, and we want to go to guides, getting started, Cloudflare workers. Yeah. Where can I set my bindings? All right, so bindings automatically get added to there. So we can just say bindings are going to be, so we cloudflare.env. And then we should be able to say like, I need to blur my screen quick, so I want to see what the shape of this token is. Refresh token scopes, access token. We're gonna go do something quick. We're gonna crib. We're gonna go crib the redacted module from effect. Since we're intentionally not doing this in effect, I still want some things from effect. Let's see here. Where would that be? That's going to be in effect, ts/effect. Yeah. And let's look for, there's going to be under effect, source, and let's look for redacted. Yeah. How did they end up building this? We don't need, I made a version of this at one point. I think I tweeted it. So from @Dylan_Mulroy redacted. Oh, come on. All right. Source, internal. We want to do the same thing, redacted. I think it uses a weak map if I remember correctly. Yeah, we use a weak map, so let's just go do this. We're gonna go in here and let's just do prelude.ts, come in here and we'll say, actually we don't even need to make redo, we'll just do redacted.ts, save myself from leaking. Actually, yeah, if you guys have ideas for things to add to my Twitch stream, like we can totally build those. We'll say const registry is equal to a new weak map. And this is going to have our redacted, if I remember. Yeah. So we'll just do like a redacted for now. And I know this won't have a item. And then this will be any. We need a type redacted is going to have a T. Just give it an A, and we'll say A for now. I want to be able to request a song with a query rather than a link because I'm not using Spotify. Okay, we'll add that. Let me add like a feature request list. Request song via query instead of link. All right, that's the old link. Registry. Okay, so we have this weak map. And we'll say, we'll copy this thing pretty much identically. Say const proto equals this, and we'll say toString is going to be this thing, and that's going to return redacted. And we're going to do the same thing for toJSON, and then we need to override the node inspect symbol. Where does that come from? This is like symbol dot for, let's see if I can nail this, node dot inspect dot value or something. Comes from inspectable. Right there it is. Node.js util inspect dot custom. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to say where's the actual redacted type at? Redacted dot import star is redacted from redacted. What does this end up looking like? Since op redacted value. What is this vacuum robot doing? It's going all terrain under my desk. Oh, sorry, chat. How did I build this before? Because when you make a redacted, let's see here. How do I want to do this? When we make, yeah, let's just say export const redacted is equal to this object as const that. Go back here. We'll say make is going to take a and it'll be a function and it's going to take a value a and we'll go like this and we say const redacted is object dot create from the proto and then we say yeah, that's how we do it. Const registry dot set and we put in redacted and that'll get auto cleaned up. Yep. And then we return redacted. And then to get the value, there's going to be a value, and that's going to take a redacted, say self. This will be redacted, and this is going to go like this, and const equals, this will be value, is going to be registry dot get self and then we'll say if this should like never happen if value equals undefined we're just gonna throw a new error redacted value was not in registry and then we'll return value. I want to fix this. This keeps happening and it's pissing me off. Where's my... Can we just use a command, something like song request, song name? Yeah, we can do that. I need to get clean shot. Where did clean shot go? Can I screenshot that? Great. We're going to have quad fix Lua snip / CMP to prevent this error. Great. And then we had, I keep forgetting, I need to set up like sound completion for Claude Code because I had this thing running over here. So this is going to be A. This is going to be a redacted of A. And then it should return an A, just to make sure. It's going to return A. And this returns a redacted of A. So to test if this works, let's come in here and say like, let's say const value, or let's say like API key is going to equal redacted dot make, and we'll just be like 1, 2, 3, and then we should be able to console.log API key, and to do the same we should be able to delete surround. Let's just get like all the things, and we'll do dot toString, and we also want to JSON stringify JSON.stringify the API key. And to see if that works, this will be bun source redacted. Hell yeah, chat, look at that. And then we should be able to get the value out. Let's grab this. And we should be able to do redacted.value. Boom. Nice. I might tweet this. Let's say this will be redacted. Same deal. We'll just yoink this for all of them since it's the same. Must be 1, 2, 3. Let's yoink this. And this is just like a phantom type. Actually, I'm not sure that's how I want to type that up top there. Think about like think about you're building a web server, and when you parse headers, let's say you're like piping like telemetry and logs to Datadog, right? If you parse data, like sensitive data, into a redacted rather than just a string, if you log it to like logs in Datadog, or you add it to like a span attribute in traces, this will prevent the sensitive value from ending up outside of the code path. So like in your logs and in Datadog, you'll see redacted rather than the sensitive value. Redacted. Did I spell that right? Redacted.
Functions describe the world.
Yes, I did. I'm not sure I want that type.
Functions describe
It's
the
almost
world.
like I want it to be never. Because like A insinuates that like I could still use the object, which I couldn't, right? Like let's say I make a redacted of like some object with a function on it. I think the type is not going to work right now. So we come in here and I say like redacted dot, let's just say hello, and this is just going to be a function that returns hello. I don't even know if this will serialize. No, it should be fine. We don't need to serialize. but I should be able to say like test.hello, and this actually is not gonna work. We're gonna get a runtime error when I run this. Yeah, it's not a function. So we need it to like, we need like a branded or like this opaque type. Or it's almost like it's an object. But I want it to... Can I just extend object? That should give me a opaque type. That's what we want. Right? And then this should still fail. Yeah. And then to get the value, we should be able to do like redacted dot value. That. This should work. Although, why didn't hello... Oh, yeah, console.log. This should work. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That type works for me. Dude, the vacuum's going ham. What up, Edwin? Great. Yeah. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to go do a nice little tweet. I'm positive I've tweeted this before, but I still think it's a cool example. TypeScript, like, lost its syntax highlighting down here. Is it... I've noticed it sometimes loses syntax highlighting when I use that syntax rather than like, let's convert these to functions. Was it like this? No, it's still like that. And this just becomes that instead. What are you doing?
Don't worry.
What?
Don't worry.
Oh. Let's see if the syntax highlighting is better here. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of that. What theme do we want? We need to get a Cloudflare theme. Not that one. Don't like that one. Don't love that one. Minify is decent. Hate that. Hate that. Probably just gonna use Vercel. Vercel's a good one. So we'll take this. We're going to go ahead and say this. Copy image. Throw this in a tweet.
Speaks the gospel of the camel.
There's one.
I speak the gospel of the
take
dunes.
The example.
The sand is in my veins.
Thank you, Nil.
Come ride a camel with me today.
Thank you, Nil. Appreciate you, man. Grab the examples then. Yoink. And we'll do this. And we'll throw that in here. And we can just like, to add a little bit more space here, we'll just do like import redacted from dot slash. Do like at lib, at slash lib slash redacted. And then we'll yoink you. Copy image over to here. Do that. A simple redacted type slash module to prevent logging slash outputting sensitive values in TypeScript, inspired by effect. Outputting sensitive values in logs or telemetry in TypeScript. Post. View. Boom. Go give it some love, chat. Now I'm not going to leak my ish on stream. Okay. We can get rid of this. Our stuff works. Get rid of that. We've got a redacted now. And we can go into here and let's see. Theoretically, I should be able to take token equals, just say token, and we'll say c.m.kv.get, and the namespace is going to be, what did we say, it was Twitch :auth token. And we should be able to read that into, say, a wait. Is this not async? We can actually come here and do like .then, and we'll do redacted .make. There should be a redacted token, and we'll say console.log token. In fact, we can just make that slash, and we'll start the dev server. And we should be able to curl this. Curl, not 6969, 8787. Redacted. And we can make this like a second example, right? Let me, I'm gonna close Twitch chat quick. And we're going to center this thing. We went center. Let's just like window management. And we want it to be like basically 2/3. Which it seems like it might be. Center. Whoa. We'll take this, and then we'll bump this up. And we can jump over to this, quit. We don't need you for now for this screenshot. Claude is cooking. Just need this Claude. And we'll screenshot this. I kind of want... We're gonna redo this to get a clean screenshot. Say bun dev. And we'll do window. Yoink that. Go over to here. All right, great. Yeah. Get that there. Let's get my chat back. Twit. Enter. Drop this down. Great. All right. So we're now in a place where I'm not going to leak tokens in my logs. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Yes. First time here, may I ask what your integration does? Like you can gamble on a keyboard, right? Like this guy. And you can request Twitch songs, and then it also powers the music that you see going up here, like the queue. And we'll probably add some other things. I don't know what we'll add, but we're gonna add some things. I kind of like what Bad Cop has, like that, the battle. Like that's kind of cool. That'd be fun to have something like that. All right. So we can get our auth token now and should be good there. We probably want some middleware to grab. What's next? We have our Twitch token. We need to set up a route for webhooks. I don't think Twerple does this by default.
Functions describe the world.
So we're gonna need, let's see here. Twerple. Getting data, event sub. Oh yeah, chat. Okay. Auth provider, I just need event sub HTTP listener, listener.start. That's interesting. What does that give us, I wonder? We need to install split. Let's go to our package JSON. What do we have in here? Twerple auth. So we need to go, we can kill the server here, kill that tab, put that bun add at twerple slash API and at twerple slash event sub HTTP. Direct connection. No, we don't want. I don't want to do this. I want to attach connecting to chat, listening to chat events. Yeah, we don't want this. We're gonna have to write this ourselves actually. We'll probably need Twerple API. And we're gonna go to the Helix docs. And we want the, god damn it, not that Helix. Helix Twitch. And we're gonna want the reference for event sub webhook callbacks. This is fine. We need to create a subscription. Verifying the event. Create event subscriptions and create. So this should have. I want this all repeatable, so I don't have to mess around with this again, because this is really annoying to get going. Create event subscription. So we should, if we install the Twerple API, let's see if we, let's go back into here and let's say create event subscription .ts. We'll go in here and see, John. What percentage of code you write would you say is AI generated? Depends what I'm doing. If I'm doing something that just like, if I'm building like a production system at work or something I care about or something I want to learn, like, I don't know, very little, like maybe 20%. If I'm like, so like over here right now, I'm trying to build a PR to add shell bindings to Wrangler or shell completions, and that, like, this whole thing will probably be close to 100%. Because like I know it can be good at that and it doesn't matter as much. I tend, like, I'm settling on a flow when I use agents for stuff I care about. I'll explore an idea by vibe coding and get an MVP working. And then even if it's working and it seems good, I still go through and I will rewrite it myself. Because there's just always enough paper cuts and trash and bad design decisions, even if it's not obvious at first. Like, I've always been the kind of developer that Like I need to build something once, or like when I'm writing a new feature, I have to write it once, get it working, and then go back and rewrite it again before I like open up a PR, just to like fully explore, figure out where the edge cases are. Like I'm not the kind of developer that can nail like a perfect abstraction generally on the first try, especially for stuff that matters. Like I really have to like sit and explore and find the edge cases and feel what works, what doesn't. And after I get through the first version, I have a good sense of how I really want to do it. I can move much faster the second time. So I'm starting to do that first iteration more with agents, and then I come back and do it myself. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just want a good tab model for NeoVim. That's where I'm at. I don't love agentic programming. Um, it is deceivingly hard, and I end up wasting a lot of time feeling productive, and then I'm really not, and it's just frustrating. Um, and it like sucks the fun out of it. So like yeah, I want to go back to just like prototyping with an agent and then using like a tab model to go through and do like write my own implementation. That would be like my happy place right now. All right, let's see if we can get import star as Twerple from at Twerple API. Let's see what's on this guy. Twerple dot. We want subscriptions. Helix subscription. What is the difference between these two things? That must be a class. All right, let's go in here and we're going to add a Twerple client, Twerple.ts, and we're going to come in here and we can close this, vsplit, stream layout, that is stream layout. Let's see here. So we'll close that, do a split, do this, bump this out. I wish I had like a script to automatically size this. Does anyone know if there's a ghosty command to auto size a pane? So we want to import, or what file? I'm in Twerple. So let's make these equal, and I want to open the script, get this guy. So we have our auth provider, import that, and we want to read these in from environment. Let's install Zod, I guess. Yeah, we'll want to install Zod. Does Zod have a way to read from environment natively yet? We can make it work anyways. I'm sure there's a plugin, but whatever. Nah, this left part's not a Tmux pane. It's a ghosty pane. And I don't want it to be a ghosty or a Tmux pane because I do this all the time where I maximize one Tmux pane. Fun add Zod. And we'll go up here and we'll say source, we'll say and we'll say that we're going to const m schema is going to equal z dot object, and it's going to have Twitch client ID, and this is going to be z dot string, and we want this to be secret, Twitch secret, client secret, I guess. And then we'll do a transform, and we'll get parsed, and we'll do one of these guys, and we'll do Twitch client ID, and this will be a redacted dot make parsed dot Twitch client secret, and actually we want that to be that. This will be client secret, client ID, get that. What is this upset about? And this will be a redacted, or we'll have this object that is, we'll say this is going to be a read only. Actually, read only, and it'll have a Twitch client ID, which will be a string, and then it will have a Twitch client secret, which will be a redacted string as well. Right, there we go. Wait, shouldn't that also be a type? Shouldn't that declaration merge? Did I not export it? Ah, I didn't export it. There we go. And then we'll say export, Jesus, const m equals m schema dot unsafe or parse process dot env. And we'll export that. Nice. And we can say we're like overloading. We'll say how do we want to do this? Export type env. Export. how do I want to do this, chat? Process env equals type of env.schema dot type. Oh, that's not right. I have to do what, like type of z.infer b2z, and it's type of m schema. Is that how we do this? Process env. Yeah, there we go. And in here we can import env from m dot Twitch client ID, and then we can do this m dot client secret, but it's like, yo dog, we can't do that because it's a redacted. So we do redacted dot value, and we get rid of this, and that's how we prevent leaking stuff. So there's our auth provider, and then we need to set up a an API client from Twerple. So let's come in here. This will be API. Come back over here. This will be API client, and we'll say export const Twerple is equal to new API client, and this takes a, I think it just takes a auth provider. Yeah. Now we have a Twerple client that should be working. What else does this have? Apply app items. It's good. We'll close that. We can go back to our scripts that we were working on for creating an event subscription, and we can import our Twerple client now. So we can just say like async function main, and we'll say Twerple dot subscriptions dot. Can I not create a subscription? Bro, what? Event sub dot create subscription. Okay, there we go. Is this going to be typed strongly? God damn it. Takes a type. Do I have the type? I feel like I had to have typed the type strongly before, right? Like I feel like that's something I would have done. Twitch event sub. Oh, it does this thing. That's so annoying. I wonder if Twerple has like a let's go explore node modules and look in Twerple. Maybe it's in common lib types. Nope. I wonder, dude, I feel like I've done this. I remember making or generating types for All right, I think we can probably have Claude do this. Probably have Claude do it in here. Create a TypeScript type TypeScript type union for all of the event types in Twitch Helix API subscriptions. Chat, I'm gonna soon have to go to start cooking today. I will probably start streaming again in like an hour or so. Because I want to keep working on this all day. I'm feeling pretty motivated, having a lot of fun, but I'm gonna have to take a little break to do some cooking. Yeah, let's grab this. And we'll go into our code then, and we'll say like, we'll just put that in Twerple, I guess. Twerple, and we'll say export type. So you can just do this. Export type, Twitch event. Okay, we can do that, and back to our script. I want to turn that into a const object too. So let's say turn that into a const object. Where the keys are what's the casing? Event name with words. No, they should be capitalized. I guess it's just capitalized. There we go. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah. That is actually what we wanted. And we can change this to Twitch event sub subscription. That'll cause a type error down here. Yep. Okay, and this should have our, yep, great. Export type. And then we can go back to our script and we can say in here, now we have this nice Twitch event sub subscriptions, and it can be like channel, it's like channel chat message probably. And we come here, what else is, takes a version. What version does that event have? We need to go back and find the event sub. Event sub. Managing. We want chat. This doesn't have all our events. I need a list of the events. Here we go. Channel chat message version 1. Any user sends a, yep, that's what we want. Grab that. Version 1. And then it takes a condition, the condition of the subscription. I have no idea what that should be. Then it takes a transport object. Which, what's in this? Callback, conduit ID, session ID. Dude, where do I get these things? Ah, I see. We'll see. Dylancito. Nice, dude. How was it? Where were the paper cuts? All right, there shows the problem is in MVMC where it tries to expand snippets. Let me fix the issue by improving. Try plain text insertion as a fallback. Sure. Don't have a single complaint. It's really nice. Finally solved cache headers and stuff like this. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. The DX is great. The UX of the dashboard is meh. The UX of the dashboard is actively undergoing mass surgery by being led by Braden of Outer Base. You guys should follow Braden. He is an absolute goat. So Outer Base got acquired, I don't know, like earlier this year, and they are just they're great. And then there's Nanda too. I worked with Nanda Vercel, who's now at Cloudflare. Nanda designed this page. Nanda did sandbox.cloudflare.com. Like all this design work is Nanda. So we've got the right people working on UX. I'm actually working on some cool stuff. The team I work on, one of the guys, James, he's doing some pretty cool stuff with the sandbox. We've got like a open code server running on it for kicking off like background agents with sandbox. It's pretty sick. James Snell? No, James James Delaray. I don't know how to say James's last name, but y'all should follow James too, because his followers are chronically low. James and I are a lot alike. First time seeing WeakNet. Okay. That'd be sick. All right, let's see if this bot fixed my shit. I gotta go soon for a little bit, but I want to get this working. Stream layout. Where did we have this? Event subscriptions. I need to get my broadcaster ID, which will be in, I think I have that in here. Config, Twitch config. Go here. Yeah. Probably need this stuff. Let's just grab some of that stuff while we have it. We can throw this in our env too. Let's go to our env, and we'll add a Twitch user ID, I guess, broadcaster ID, and we'll say this is going to be z.string, and we'll say dot
Functions
default.
describe the world.
And we'll make that what my broadcaster ID is. Paste that there. And then we'll say Twitch broadcaster ID parse Twitch broadcaster ID. Grab that. And the other thing I want is broadcaster user ID. And I guess this will be, these values should be the same. And we'll say just name. Does this infer correctly? Great. All right, so we now have that stuff there. We don't need that as const, I guess. Let's go back to our script, which is down here. We'll import env from source/env. And we can close this. What's this need? A string? And this is gonna need, I don't know what a conduit ID is. I have no idea how to get a conduit ID. Create subscription. No idea what that is. And this is our condition. Condition is going to have broadcaster I have no idea to do. We'll set up a Cloudflare tunnel to get this working. Dave blocked you IRL. I have no idea what a conduit ID is. We need a method. This will be webhook. Maybe that. Yeah, there we go. Nice. That's the discriminator. We'll say secret. We'll add a SHA-256 create CLI. I just want a random thing. Take that and we'll do, just gonna blur this for a second. Oh, I have to echo it in. Hold on, chat. Inverse C, and we need export Twitch event webhook secret, I guess. Webhook secret was that. All right, we got that. And we can read that in now. We can unblur. And do Twitch. This will be Twitch webhook secret. And this won't have a default. And then we'll come down here, Twitch webhook secret is going to be redacted .make. And this will be parse .webhook secret. Now we have that on there, and we can go back. And our secret will be redacted .value. We'll get m.twitch.webhook secret. Const x equals this. It's a promise, await. Let's say this is a subscription. Let's write this to a file. One.file. We'll write to subscription.json. And then we'll say JSON.stringify. This will be subscription. Null to. And then we'll run main. And we'll see if this works. We need to set up a Cloudflare tunnel to our running server and have that. We'll do that when I get back. We have good foundations here. Yeah, we have good foundations here. All right, so I'm gonna go get some food, started cooking for today, and I'll be back in like, I don't know, like an hour or so. All right, yeah. See you guys in a bit.